We want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Touring and Cruises. Here's something you might not know. Booking with a travel advisor doesn't cost you anything. Disney pays them after you travel. You'll pay the same price you see online, but Touring and Cruises adds an enhanced level of service. Their expert advisors watch for discounts and apply them automatically, even after you book. And it's not just Disney. They can help with cruises, Universal, and all kinds of vacations. Whether you want help planning it all or just someone in your corner if plans change, they're here to help. And yes, they'll wait on hold with Disney 4 hours, so you don't have to. So when you're ready to plan your next trip, head to touringandcruises.com and tell them Rope Drop Radio sent you. Now, let's rope drop.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to another Rope Drop Radio. I am Doug McKnight here with Lauren Shields, and I had a busy weekend that I'll tell you all about, but I want to tell you we're going to play a little game of Keep, Refurbish, and Replace today in the Magic Kingdom, so that will be exciting. But I spent my whole weekend at a national speech meet, Lauren, where we were nationally speaking or something. That's not a word, is it?
I don't know.
No, I don't think.
What were you actually doing? Were they nationally speaking?
Yeah, well, we saw kids from California to New Jersey, tons of Texas, Minnesota, all over the Midwest and the West. The Northeast, not that well represented at this meet, but competed with kids from Florida to Seattle. Like every corner of the country was there. And my son Alden competed in duet acting, and he made it to what's called octafinals. And so he placed in the top 60 in the country. So that was pretty exciting.
Wow. Well, congratulations to Alden. That's awesome.
It was a pretty cool weekend. And Sam was there as our judge. And so it was a nice little family thing. And Alden's duet partner made it one round further into quarterfinals. So the top 30 in the country in humorous prose.
Wow.
So,
look at you guys go. That's awesome.
Yeah, first ever national finalists from Plattsmouth. So that was exciting. So how about you? What were you busy with?
Saturday, I was at a swim meet with Gracie all day. She's been trying so hard to qualify for state. It's really hard in the 11, 12-year-old group. And she finally made it. So that was awesome.
What stroke or what events?
It was the 50 breaststroke. Okay. She's pretty close in the 50 free, but for some reason, like her and Luke are both breaststrokers. So they usually get that first, and then the 50 free usually follows right behind it. So probably soon. But she has to decide now if she's going to go camping with the Girl Scouts or go to state.
Oh.
Yeah, same time.
Oh, bittersweet. Because now you got to decide.
Yes.
Yeah, that was...
Yes, she's...
our nationals, we missed a whole bunch of graduation parties. So, and then we ran home to get to graduation on Sunday and missed awards for nationals. So, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have graduation, the seniors do this weekend. I mean, we don't have any kids graduating, but this is the first year now that Luke's in high school. We got invited to, I don't know how many.
It's a thing. It adds up too. It's pretty crazy. So enjoy it while it's here because it ends really quick. So while I was at Nationals in Liberty, Missouri, I had a few people say hello. And one of them was a patron, Lauren.
Yay! Well, speaking of Patreons, we have a new Patreon member this week. We want to thank the Oll family for becoming members. Welcome to the community. Patreon is a good place to go if you want to hear Doug and I rant. We do a weekly bonus episode, an after show episode after we do our normal episode. It's kind of interesting. It's our safe space, right, Doug?
Yeah. This last week I said not nice things about Purdue University and got harassed. So...
Ooh,
I deserved it though.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah, I own it.
You do. Yes. And then next month, we're going to start doing a $25 Disney gift card raffle for Patreon members. So that's something to be aware of. And I started putting together the names. It's crazy because Doug's making me do an entry based on your level. Yeah. And so like if you are the $5 level, you get 5 entries. And it's taking a lot longer than I thought to get the spinning wheel to
You
work.
can do it, Lauren. I have faith.
Wish me
Yeah.
luck.
Yep. So
I got a month.
another great
Yeah.
way to support the show is one, to make sure you're subscribed on whatever app it is you listen on, whether Spotify or Apple or others. Make sure you're subscribed, or leave a 5-star review. Leave a 5-star review. We will read it on air and love you forever. This week's 5-star review is titled Better Than Navi River Journey. 5 stars. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, Lauren. I'm not 100% sure. All right, this one is by Stouty1. So that would be Mr. Matt Stout, I believe. So Doug is funny. Doug can be a curmudgeon. Doug once ate a fork. Doug gets sick on Cosmic Rewind and Expedition Everest and Space Mountain and Tron, etc. Doug takes awkward character photos. Doug dislikes blue milk. Doug once gave me stickers and a coaster. Lauren is great and keeps Doug in line. Great podcast. Go be a patron. There you go.
Wow. He has like you nailed. He knows all your quirks and personality traits.
You know,
right
someone
there.
just caught a new listener up on a lot of the inside jokes right there. So that's fantastic. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, we will be back to talk about keep, refurbish, or replace after this. And we're back. All right, Lauren, it is time to play a little game of keep, refurbish, or replace. So today we're going to get lists of 3 things to do and to talk about. And then we have to say which one of the 3 we're going to keep, which one we're going to refurbish, and how. And then what are we going to replace? And a general idea of what we're going to replace it with. Are you ready?
Yeah, you just no, because you just told me that right before the show.
You know, rules are arbitrary.
He's like, make sure you replace it with something. I was like, I needed days to come up with what I would
You
replace
don't need
some of these
days. You
things
need
with.
to say what's in your heart, Lauren. Say what's in your heart as a Disney fan. So do you want to ask the first one, or do you want me to ask the first one? Then we'll alternate.
I'll start.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. So first 3: Peter Pan, Small World, Haunted Mansion. So what are you keeping, refurbishing, replacing?
Just keep this in mind, listeners, for the whole show. We're not saying we actually want to get rid of these attractions at Walt Disney World. It's just if you have to pick one of these 3, it's an arbitrary rule of a game. Don't send the hate mail to me too fast, at least. All right, just I wanted that out there again, right? Because I'm going to keep It's a Small World, because people that have traveled with me know I like to do it at least once every trip. And it would be hypocritical of me to say not to keep it. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then they refurbish Haunted Mansion all the dang time. So I feel like that's overrated. Actually, I'm going to change my answer, Lauren.
Oh.
I'm going to refurbish Small World. All right. Because I want to see the characters added in. All right. Maybe I should have prepped. I don't know. So we're going to refurbish Small World. We're going to add the characters, and Haunted Mansion gets refurbished all the time.
Yeah.
Peter Pan has gotten more refurbishments than other things as well. So I think we're going to refurbish Small World. We're going to add the characters in. All right. And then we're going to keep Peter Pan as is, because why? I don't know. It just got a little refurbishment, and I'm just going to replace Haunted Mansion. We're going to make it
and what are you going to replace Haunted Mansion with?
Becoming part of Villains Land. That's going to be the first area of Villains Land. Goodbye, Haunted Mansion. Hate mail can go to ropedropradio@gmail.com. All right. I mean, all 3 of these, they're not going to get rid of any of these 3, right? So no matter what we say, it's the wrong answer. So, all right, Lauren, your turn.
Right. Yeah. So for the record, I 100% agree. I don't really want to get rid of any of these, but my answer will surprise you.
Ooh.
So I said, I know. I said the same thing for Small World. Bring the characters. I love doing this version at Disneyland. They do a great job incorporating the characters, and just it's something fun to kind of search for while you're on the ride, and they can kind of add to it slowly. So I really love that. That needs to happen. I swear they said they were going to do that pre-COVID, and then it never
Right.
happened.
Every,
But
every
anyway,
time they do a
yeah,
refurbishment, I think it's coming. And then it doesn't. They
yeah,
even have it in Paris.
right.
Come on, Disney World.
Oh, they
Mm-hmm.
do? Yeah, it's so awesome. So Haunted Mansion, I agree. They refurbish it all the time, and because of that, I thought it was up to par. It didn't need to be touched. I was just going to keep it.
Okay.
So but I have so much love for Peter Pan in my
Do
heart.
you?
It's like I
Oh,
do.
okay.
I always say it's like my favorite classic
Okay.
ride. I'm not being
Okay. Just
sarcastic.
making sure.
But if I had to replace one, apparently I'm picking
Mm-hmm.
it because I couldn't justify replacing the other two for some reason. I don't know. What I would replace it with, I don't know. I was trying to think of something. I didn't ever really get to that point
Okay.
because you didn't tell me
No,
that was part of the
part of the
show.
problem with Peter Pan and replacing it is it's so small and it's very locked in space, right? So that would make it
Yeah.
harder. It'd have to be just a small dark ride, or you know what? A character meet and greet with multiple rooms.
Ah,
Mm.
they can't get rid of Peter Pan for a character meet
Well,
and greet. That would be
I didn't hear
horrible.
you with a better suggestion.
I don't know. I was trying to think if there was like maybe a more updated IP they could put in there where you feel like you're going over London, but I couldn't come up with anything.
I mean, there's got to be another London IP they could throw in there that would work.
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. I love it as is.
Okay.
This one was hard. It just I couldn't. Yeah, sorry. My replacement. I don't get
All
anything.
right.
But if they replace it with a character meet and greet, I will be mad.
Okay. Next one. I'm going to ask you this time, and it
Okay.
is dining related. All right. Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Inn, and I added the Tall Tale Inn because Disney World recently told their cast members that's what they are to refer to it as instead of Pecos Bill's.
Oh.
Yeah, a little. It's been the title of it this whole time, but now they are actively trying to call it the Tall Tale Inn. And then Columbia Harbor House and Cosmic Rays. I left out Pinocchio's because, like, let's be honest, we would all just get rid of that. But so, which one of the three you
Yeah.
keeping in pristine condition the way it is right now? Don't touch it.
Okay. So I said Cosmic Rays just because it gets the job done.
It sure does.
Like everyone can kind of find something there that they like. So just leave it because I think you need a place like that.
Okay.
I said refurb Columbia Harbor House. It does not have mac and cheese, and that makes me angry because otherwise we would happily all eat there. And plus, I just feel like it's kind of I know it's supposed to be like old timey, but it's like it's old on top of old timey, if that makes
It's
sense. It needs to
dated
kind of
with
be
old
cleaned
timey.
up.
It's aged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can see what you're saying there.
It's like the 1990s version of what they thought it
Of
was back then. Do you know what I mean?
1776.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally makes sense.
I suppose.
And then Pecos Bills, I just got rid of because I don't really like it. And I will replace it with something Pirates themed because you're going to have the Pirates bar. I don't know what they would serve there, but it could be Pirates
Yeah,
themed for the kids.
enters. You can come in and out in both Adventureland and Frontierland, kind of, sort of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's all good answers. So I'm gonna keep Columbia Harbor House, even though with Villains Land coming, it will be interesting to see how far in Villains Land creeps, right? Because
Oh, you're so right.
if we're already getting rid of Haunted Mansion in my previous answer, this might get rethemed, but I like Columbia Harvest the way it is. I like the upstairs. The last few times they've refurbished a restaurant with an upstairs, they have gotten rid of it. I'm looking at you, Epcot. I'm looking at you. Yeah, Electric Umbrella had a great upstairs that went away. Anyway, so Columbia Harbor House leaving the same. We are going to keep or refurbish Pecos Bills, maybe a name change. Tiana's would be a great fit right there. We just kind of
I would love
take
that.
the stuff off the walls, put new things on the wall, and a little, bayou menu, so to speak. Beignets all around, right? So that's the refurb.
Yes.
And then we can get the bulldozers out for Cosmic Rays. We can save Sunny Eclipse, put him somewhere else in Tomorrowland, but let's get the bulldozers out, make a restaurant that isn't like multiple sections that have slowly been outdoor seating closed in to become indoor seating. Let's have it all be like one congruent
That's
building
true.
and not 3 different bays of ordering. Let's make that make more sense. So it's not so weird, but that's going to require like physics structural change, where at Pico's Bills, my idea is like putting different stuff on the wall and changing the menu, right? So bulldozers to Cosmic Race. Sorry, Sunny Eclipse. The sun is setting.
Wow.
Whew.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be in
Wow.
trouble.
So then what are you going to replace it with, though? Just an updated...
A restaurant that makes sense and is still the same food.
That's what I was
But
asking. Like, what's the food
I
thing?
would theme it to Fantasyland, because it's
Oh,
more. You have doors into Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, both, right?
yeah.
I think there's more to work with out of the Fantasyland side of things. That would be
Yeah.
fun to do. I mean, you could have a whole princess themed counter service restaurant, for crying out loud.
You really could,
You
because
got your
Ariel's is like...
pirate
Yeah.
restaurant that you just mentioned over on the other side of the park. You got your princess restaurant there. Pinocchio's isn't big enough to do like a princess restaurant with, right? But you would
No.
have the square footage to decorate this as you please, princessy wise.
And then I think we turned Columbia Harbor House into a villains
Right. Look at that.
counter
We just
service.
fixed all the
Yeah,
counter service problems that they have.
we did.
I mean,
If they would only hire us.
hopefully they're listening and they can send the checks this way. All right.
All right, next one. Big Thunder, Space Mountain, Seven Doors Mine
So
Train.
this is the Sophie's Choice
What are you
of the
keeping?
show right here.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, when we talk refurbish, we're not just talking about maintenance on the tracks, right? So I can ride one of the 3 things, so I should probably keep that, and that's Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in Fantasyland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Space Mountain, I don't think I could take a bulldozer to Space Mountain. I don't think I can say that. The building is too important to the landscape of the park. So we're going to refurbish Space Mountain. We're going to go all in on the Hyperspace Mountain on the inside and just Star Wars it up to no end. Does it make sense? No. Should it make sense? No. But we're going to do what the people want, darn it.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's part of a bigger Tomorrowland refurbishment. Anyway, it needs the name of Tomorrowland needs to be changed, right? Like, it needs to be Discoveryland, like they have in France. It makes more sense. Just trust me on that. So then
Discoveryland? That's what you would replace it?
Yeah, so it's the future that never was. It's much easier. You don't have to keep updating because it's not really Tomorrowland. What was the last thing they built in Tomorrowland that helped be tomorrow? Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor?
Yeah, that's true. I can see a name change. I just don't know if Discovery.
It's Discoveryland. They already have the signage ready to go.
It needs something.
Yeah, they know how to market Discoveryland.
Oh.
And it was like Jules Verne type stuff. So it's like steampunk, everything. It works. So just trust me.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I guess I'm bulldozing Thunder Mountain, and I want more Cars Land. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I legit said the same exact thing. I was in total agreements with you. I keep Seven Doors Mine Train. It's a great coaster, especially for those kids that are 38 inches that can't really ride much else. I agree. I love Space Mountain, so I don't want to touch it, but I'm a Star Wars fan, so I will happily throw Star Wars IP in there. Yeah, Big Thunder, I agree. They're redoing that whole area anyway. They can take it out, put something else in. I don't know what. Something with the Cars Land, make it bigger, better. I don't know what they would do. I won't be upset if it goes, I guess, which is kind of sad. But yeah, no, I agree with you.
I'm just really curious how many of our listeners got my Sophie's Choice reference.
from like the movie?
Well, it was a movie. It's a book. It's, World War
Well,
II
because you think
story.
we're too old?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just curious how common knowledge that
People our
story is.
generation know what that
I
is.
don't know. Do they? I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on. The next one's not quite
Well,
as
maybe.
daunting. I feel like no matter what we say with the next one, nobody will be angry. All right.
Yeah.
This is my turn, isn't it? All right.
Yep.
Ariel's Adventure Under the Sea Journey. I can't remember the exact name of it. The Little Mermaid ride.
It's
Yeah,
long.
and it's got a different name than the show that's about to open at Hollywood Studios, which I
Yeah.
can't wait to report on. That opens here any day, and I'm going to see it in about a month. So, so we got Little Mermaid, the ride, then Dumbo,
Hmm.
the spinner, the dueling spinners. They don't really duel, but we can call it that. And then Tomorrowland Speedway. All right, have at it.
Okay, so I cannot stand Tomorrowland Speedway, so I will get rid of it.
Oh,
That is my bulldozer gone. Don't like it. It smells. It's hot. I've seen kids nearly run over other kids. I'm surprised no kid has actually run over a
oh, I'm
kid.
sure they have. We just don't know about it.
Yeah,
Disney's
because
so good at covering up.
well, like I saw a kid get out the wrong way, and another kid was coming right at him, and the cast member like ran and grabbed him, and I was like, I can't believe this is still operational
Right?
because that was like in the last 2 years. Like I'm not even talking about like a long time ago. Um, it takes up so much space. I don't even know what I would put in there. I don't feel like we need another car ride. Like we have Test Track, we're getting the Cars Land. Like I don't think we need a car
No.
thing
Okay.
there. Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah,
hating
yeah.
on them. And tomorrow,
But
yeah,
what are you
sorry.
putting there in that huge, gigantic space?
Something
Okay.
awesome
Way to narrow it
that
down.
I haven't thought of yet.
You'll think of
uh,
it as you're falling asleep tonight, Lauren. You'll be like, oh, that's a great idea.
I will. Yeah. I'll have to think about
Okay.
that one. But I said Ariel, I would refurb. I wouldn't do too much with it. I really like it. I just noticed that every time I'm in it, it stops all the time. And I know
Mm,
some of that is just like people who need more time getting on it, and that's fine. But then like I see animatronics not
hmm
working. So I felt like it just kind of needed a cleanup, and they could probably like update some of the special effects. I think are getting dated at this
But
point
not
too.
changing
And
out the
just
IP or anything like that for a dark ride.
no, I still like it. I think they just need to plus it up a little
Okay.
bit. Like how they go to Haunted
Every
Mansion and
other
they add in
month and
something.
fix Haunted
Yeah,
Mansion.
like Ariel needs a little bit of love.
Ariel needs a Hatbox Ghost.
Well, I don't know about
Okay.
that, but she needs something. And then that I love spinner rides,
hmm
which is not true. But for some reason, I ended up keeping Dumbo.
That's
I couldn't get rid of
bizarre.
Dumbo.
I would
It's
have
so
never thought you're
classic.
keeping Dumbo.
I really don't like Tomorrowland Speedway, so I guess I dislike Tomorrowland Speedway more than
Let's just
Dumbo.
put 4 more spinners in there, I guess.
No, no more spinners. No.
Okay.
All right, what are you
Well, I'm
keeping?
going to keep Dumbo because you have to, because I remember the days when my kids were real little and it was Dumbo or die. It was the first stop on Rope Drop, and it traumatized me to the point of love. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want it to ever go away. It's something special about it. And then let's see, Tomorrowland Speedway, I will refurbish. Those will become electric vehicles. And the reason I'm refurbishing this one is because what ride always has a line, even though it's 92 degrees and sunny and 90% humidity? Tomorrowland Speedway. And the parks need rides like that just lots of people get in line for. And once it doesn't smell and it's not super noisy and it's electric engines or motors, it's not an engine, it's a motor,
Hmm.
um, then it'll be even more popular. So there you go.
Oh, I just figured out what we could put there
Well,
instead.
I just made it all electric, so solar panels would be great.
Yeah, I'm bringing back Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's still car
And
themed.
you could fit 2 more of those there. That could have replaced Peter Pan earlier.
No,
Yeah,
but
that could have replaced Peter Pan. Better than a character meet and greet. Any Disney attraction that
yeah,
ends in hell is a winner in my book. That's
right?
just
I
fantastic.
Me and Jake love that
All
ride.
right.
And then the kids are like, why did you take us on this? This is awful.
They don't appreciate the finer things in life, clearly. So I guess that means I'm getting rid of Ariel. Um, I would replace it. Well,
Dang.
I mean, is there ever a line? I've been there on New Year's Eve or day and waited 5 minutes. So if there's not more of a sign, I don't know what else you need, right? So goodbye,
But I
Ariel.
like it as my fallback. No, that's like your ride you go on when you need to go on something in Fantasyland and kill some time.
Yeah, but wouldn't Disney rather have a line full of people so they can increase capacity? Yeah. I think I'll throw Tangled in there and see how Rapunzel does.
Ooh.
More than refurbishment, though,
Okay. You
like we
might have
gotta
had me at
gut it, not just reskin. So that's the difference between refurbishment and replace, right? Because
yeah. But how will she find her bathroom?
dude, you could retheme the bathroom to some villain thing. It's gonna be a villain bathroom. I don't know.
It could be
Yep.
now. Yeah. Oh, I would love to see Rapunzel, right? Because it drives me crazy. That's my favorite princess movie. That all she got at Walt Disney World was a
Dude,
bathroom.
eventually we'll do a Hollywood Studios show like this, but how she doesn't have a stage show at Hollywood Studios in a certain theater on Sunset Boulevard blows my mind. Like, how is
Right?
it still Beauty and the Beast? That kind of halfway tells the story, and then all of a sudden it's over. That's my other
Yeah.
complaint about the Little Mermaid ride is like it it goes from like kiss the girl to the climax. It skips some things. There's some weird storytelling choices done on that ride. It was like, well, we were gonna have 7 scenes, but now we have 6. So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I
You
finish?
pointed that out to me the
Yeah.
last time we were on there, and then I realized you were
Did I,
right.
it's hard when you have to realize
Yeah.
I'm right. All right, I think we did it. Okay. Fire
Yeah.
away. The next one's hard.
Am I up?
Yeah, this is a hard one.
Ooh, yeah. All right. So we have Aloha Isle,
Hmm.
Gaston's, and the
I don't
confectionery.
want to go first on this one, Lauren.
What are you?
What am I keeping?
Too bad. You got to
I'm
go
going to keep
first.
the confectionery. As is, it's doing great. It's just a candy shop, but it is what it is. It serves its purpose. It's in a great location. You know, changing up some adding the pineapple spear back, Disney would be fantastic. A little more variety, please. But that's not what we're talking about. That's not bulldozer worthy, right? All right, so I'm keeping the confectionery. I am going to um it's hard. There's a cinnamon roll and there's Dole Whip on this list. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to refurb Gaston's. All right, we're gonna update that menu a little bit. We can keep the cinnamon roll, but let's fix the Lafuse brew so it doesn't kill me. Um, let's let's expand it out a little bit. Is there a way to get more seating in there? Let's figure that out,
Yeah.
right? Or let's have no seating but put some shade somewhere, right? Something that you don't necessarily have like seats but high tables so you can get more people where you can stand around them and eat maybe, but in some
Mm-hmm.
shade, like a major refurbishment, but please faster than what you're doing at Woody's Lunchbox for seating. I
That's been going on for how many
By the
years?
time it's done, I'm not going to need a seat at Woody's Lunchbox because I'll be like wheelchair bound and have my own. Okay. And so
Yeah.
that means I'm getting rid of Aloha Isle. I don't think anybody saw that coming, right?
Whoa.
So
No.
it wasn't there very long. They just recently moved it. So bulldozing that, and you can replace it with just about anything, but they have proven Dole Whip can be sold anywhere. So why not sell Dole Whip in like 3 places in Adventureland? I don't need one place with a stupid line and no mobile order for Dole Whip. Let's just sell it everywhere. Friar's Nook can have Dole Whip. Why not? Let's do this. So by bulldozing that, we can get it in more places. That's my hope and thought and dream.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
No one
I'm
did.
kind of
No one
shocked.
did, Lauren.
Mind
Okay.
blown.
Good luck following up that take.
Okay. That's interesting. All right. So I'm bulldozing the confectionery because I don't care for it. I've never bought anything in there.
What?
We've walked through. It just It didn't look good. I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't entice
We
me.
started a trend where now when we leave the Magic Kingdom, the kids just expect to get something. It's a bad thing. It's not great.
That is a
Yeah, it's
bad
not great
thing.
for us.
Yeah,
Although it's nice though, like if we're staying at the Contemporary, we're just like, we'll get it at the Contemporary because they have a counter, a confectionery counter,
they
right?
do.
You can
Yeah.
go back to some of the resorts that have that. So okay, I'll shut up now.
I guess like when you're there and you're eating Dole Whips and I got my cinnamon rolls. I guess like maybe it was in a different park where there was less good snacks. I don't
Yeah.
know. But anyway, what will I replace it with? I don't know. I don't
It's
even
right there
care.
on
Just
Main
get rid of
Street.
it. Like another restaurant would be good. You know, like at Disneyland, they have that what's the Mary Poppins restaurant
I
that's
mean,
off a beach.
I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's the Crystal Palace, right? Um, that location.
Yeah, but it's quick
Yeah, I can't
service.
remember the name. It's like a bit of everything. I don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
man, the Disneyland people are
Oh,
gonna hate on
we're
us.
fired again.
Yeah. All right, so I'm getting rid of that. And then I agree with you. Gaston's, I would refurb. I do think it needs more seating. I actually think they could turn it into like keep the cinnamon rolls, turn it into like I don't know, maybe just like a breakfast
Actually,
lunch place
food.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a breakfast sandwich, or they could. Everything there is pretty good. They just need to like expand the menu and make it. I would like to see mobile order there. I hate that they don't have it because you stand in that line forever.
Agreed. I think I would potentially get a cinnamon roll if I didn't have to stand in line for it.
Yeah, it's the worst. So we literally, I will send Jake and Luke because they have their long legs way ahead of us to go run and get in the line because there's always a line. It drives
Yep.
me crazy. So yep, refurb that, and then Aloha Isle. I said just keep because I like my Dole Whips. I miss mobile order. We know that they're
Yeah.
capable of it,
I don't know why they got
and
rid
they
of it.
just took it
Yeah.
away.
And
I don't know
the
either.
line is always in the sun, and I mean it's in a better location than it was, right? It was where
Yeah,
Orange Bird is at now. But why not just make one decent place to order both? You know what I mean? Like
I hear you. Yeah,
just
they could expand where it's
they
at.
have room to the roof could be bigger there. There's no reason it needs to not shade the whole
Something.
thing. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I miss the mobile order where like they were for a while they did both and
Mhm.
you'd see all those people in line and
Yeah,
you would just go up and grab your Dole Whip. That was
that was the
awesome.
best. Now I just prefer to
Yeah.
get it at the Polynesian. It's just simpler in life. Tastes the same. All
Yeah.
right, the next one is another one where there is no right answer, but only wrong answers. All right. It is right. It is my turn, correct? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and the world famous Jungle Cruise. What are you keeping, refurbing, and replacing?
Can you guess what I'm
I know what you're
getting rid
replacing.
of?
Yeah, my favorite attraction, the Jungle Cruise. It's gone. Just not a hard one for you. I know that.
It's not. I know I feel bad. I just don't have much love for it. I don't know. Maybe I haven't had the right skipper. I don't know. I get bored. The jokes get old. It takes up so much space, so they could do so much other things there with what they should do. I don't know what they should put there. I don't know. Like, you know what? This ride actually would have been better at Animal Kingdom because you'd have animals and it's jungle themed. But I don't know. It doesn't fit, in my opinion, with Magic Kingdom. Just get rid of it. I don't know what you're placing it with. I guess add on to the Villains Land or the Cars Land. Tiana's we're just keeping. They just redid it. It looks great. We enjoy. I went from a ride I really didn't like to a ride I really like, so I would just leave it as is.
Mhm.
And then Pirates, I guess refurb. I was struggling with this one a little bit. I don't really know what I would do with it. It's a classic ride. I like it. I think the only thing I would like to see them do with it is do something more at the beginning. It's just kind of it's slow until you go down the drop. So I don't know if they could add more scenery or animatronics or something up top before you drop and go by the ships, but that's about it.
All right. I like it. Yeah,
Yeah. What
good
do you
throw.
Yeah.
I'm going to cheat on this one a little bit. So Tiana's well,
What?
Tiana's so they just got done. I'm gonna keep it as is because like it's not due for refurbishment. I like it. I really enjoy the new iteration. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not towing the company line. You guys should know that we don't toe the company line to get invited to stuff. Notice we're not at Epic Universe right now with everybody else that toes the company lines. So I'm gonna keep Tiana's Jungle Cruise. I'm gonna refurbish, but this refurbishment is very unique. And I'm gonna say they basically just need one guest skipper to come in occasionally, and that would be me. And so that's my refurbishment for Jungle Cruise.
Oh,
Yeah, and maybe put it under a dome
so
so when it rains, it doesn't get wet.
what are they supposed to do with the ride, like, when you're, like, at home on
When I'm
it's
not
vacation, it's a
available,
holiday.
um,
Yeah, when the special guest isn't there, what are they
this
supposed to do?
sucks for those people. They should go to City Hall and ask for their money back. I don't know. I mean,
I guess you better be working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because
you
those
know
people spend
what?
a lot of money to
Maybe
be
I
there.
will. Maybe I will. All right, and so that leaves me with bulldozing pirates. So we'll get the
Ouch.
bulldozer out. We're gonna get rid of pirates, right? It's the pirates that gets made fun of by all our Disneyland fans. Even though their castle is tiny, they like to harass us about our pirates. Right?
Right.
So we're gonna bulldoze it and we're gonna show them. We're gonna be like, look here, Disneyland. We're gonna build a better version based off of what Shanghai has, and you can just take it. So there you go. We're gonna bulldoze
You
pirates.
wanna bring in all the screens?
It's screens, it's animatronics, everything all at once, all the things.
You'll probably get sick when you look at
You
the
know what?
screens with your
If
motion
it makes the
sickness.
Disneyland people eat their words, I don't care because I don't know how many Disneyland people like you say anything and they're like, "Well, our pirates is better." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, but the line is stupid and winds around weird. I don't get it. Why do I start outside and go up at night?" So
Oh,
there it
it
is.
is better,
It's
though.
and yeah, because it's like got this long stupid tunnel to get out of the park because it was built in a weird spot. So that's the
Yeah, their
reason.
Big Thunder is better, too.
So, you know what? France's Big Thunder is better. So the list is long there. So I'm gonna build the best pirates to ever pirate. Har.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Next one. Wait, whose turn is
I
it?
have lost track. I think is it mine? No. It's yours. It's
No, it's
yours.
mine.
No.
Alright. Yeah, you're right. 3. We got Carousel Progress, Monsters Laugh Floor, and Tiki Birds. And
Oh, this one's the easiest one there is.
oh, no. I'm
100%
afraid of what you're
easy.
gonna
So
say.
I'm gonna bulldoze Tiki Birds right along with Aloha Isle and build something tropical wonderfulness that's probably mostly a Polynesian restaurant that serves ice cream. Anyway, Tiki Bird's gone. Sorry, Walt.
Wow.
If you watched it lately with somebody that's never been to the park before, like when
I know. It's
like
weird if you don't know the
so
history.
did I tell the story about the high schoolers I was with on the show? I can't remember. I was surrounded
I
by high
think you did, but I
schoolers
don't remember.
and it ended and the kids by me were like, "What was that?" Because the plants that sing at the end is like in the it's a lot. And they were like making fun and they're like, "How do you come up with that? Why is that a thing?" And they're like right by me. I go, "That's why you don't do drugs, kids." And then I walk off and they laugh. Um, so it's the only explanation for Tiki Bird. So we're going to bulldoze that and we're going to replace it
Oh, man.
with something wonderfully tropic. There's so many options without singing plants. Sorry.
It sounds like you're just gonna throw Ohana's there because you said a
What
restaurant,
is wrong with
Polynesian
that
themed.
idea?
There's already an
I am glad
Ohana's.
you read between the lines. There can't be too many Ohanas. Anyway, then we are going to refurb Carousel of Progress. We are going to update the last scene. The other scenes say the same. Great, nostalgic. Everything's good. Last scene, I don't need somebody talking to their oven because guess what? I can talk the things all over my house. Is it good? Is it bad? Do I burn a turkey? Maybe. And we're not going to have a laser disc. My gosh.
Right.
Like, we're going to update it. We're going to get Apple to sponsor the heck out of it. It's going to be fantastic. And we're going to update that every 2 years. Just or 4 years,
Oh,
like the Hall of Presidents. New president, new final scene for Carousel of Progress. That should be a rule. All right.
don't you think it should be like every decade?
That'd be a lot of scenes. Like, where are we starting all the decades?
No, no, no. I mean, they should update it every
I mean, that
decade,
would be one
not every
system.
4
I think every
years.
pirate or every pirate, every president works. President, pirate,
So
so
close.
close lately. So, and then that means that we're going to, um, keep Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor at least until I'm that guy, because I have not been that guy.
You have not been that
I'm
guy?
totally that guy. Like,
You
I
are
am
that guy.
typecast even. So, all
Yeah.
right, what are you doing with this group of misfits?
Okay, so Carousel of Progress, I 100% agree, it needs a refurb, especially the last scene. I think they skipped like a whole, what, don't they end on like the 50s or
Yeah,
something? And then all of a sudden it's like
they've refurbished that
the
last scene
90s.
multiple times, and so it's like a 40-year time gap already. So
Yeah,
what's
like they
another
need to add in like, they
25
need to add in
years
like one more in there. Like they needed a 70s or
or a
80s or something,
60s?
which like
I don't know what
something.
decades they are, but it is educational to kids. Like, we have a fuse we have to flip every now and then, right? And so the kids wouldn't know what a fuse was
Yeah.
if it wasn't for Carousel of Progress. There you go. Educational.
My kids have learned some things from there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a sarsaparilla, what that
Yeah.
is.
They're tasty.
So yeah, I agree. Refurb that. Yes. So Tiki Birds, I said
Of
keep.
course you
Although
did.
I secretly wanted to refurb
You want to
them.
add
I
Iago
know.
back? Is that what you want to do? Under new management?
No, I think it goes on too long.
Oh,
I think it goes too
yeah.
long. I think the end gets a little bit weird. And I agree. I think the last time we talked about it, you had a good point, was like you hear
The
the
clicking.
clapping
Yeah.
of like their mouths is so loud. The
It's
clicking.
louder than
Yeah.
the singing, which is a problem. Yeah.
Yes, it is a problem. So, but since I already refurbed Carousel Progress, I chose just to keep the Tiki Birds. I don't love Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, although I would love it if you were that guy.
It would be great. And
So
I'd
we'll work on
embrace
that,
it.
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I was just gonna get rid of that, and I don't know what I would replace it with in your Discovery. What did you call
Discoveryland.
this? You renamed Tomorrowland.
Discoveryland. Hmm.
Discoveryland.
Yeah. Some sort of Jules
Yeah.
Verne Journey to the Center of the Earth thing. Like they have in Tokyo Disney Seas. Like, there's so many options with Discoveryland versus Tomorrowland. And then they
Yeah.
don't have to worry about people being like, it's not really tomorrow. It's like, how does Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor really fit there? How does
It
it,
doesn't.
right? And Stitch doesn't really fit either. We just have that empty building for Stitch. So many things. So, all right,
Mhm.
last one. Okay, here we go. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger
Yeah.
Spin, which is getting refurbished, but we're talking bigger refurbishments. Barnstormer. So there you go, the Barnstormer or the People Mover. It's kind of a hodgepodge of attractions here.
I had a hard time with this one. The one that was easy for me was replace Barnstormer. It is too rickety. It's too short. I don't like it. I don't know what you replace it with. It does need some sort of a kiddie
Yeah.
coaster, but I don't know why it has to be so short and rickety. So just something a little smoother and longer, I think would be better. People Mover, secretly, I kind of want to refurb that, but I left that for Buzz. So I think we're just keeping it. It doesn't need to go anywhere. I just would like to see them, like, it breaks down all the time, so I think just get it moving better. But also they could probably update those scenes when you're in Space Mountain and
So what are you
do
doing with
something with
People
it.
Mover? Keeping or refurbishing here, Lauren?
Oh, I was cheating.
You're doing two refurbs?
I'm just keeping it. Yeah, I was trying to do a side note.
I want to refurbish all of these. Do I have to keep one?
Yeah, I was not following the rules. All right, we're keeping the People Mover, and I'm not touching it.
Okay.
And then Buzz, I am excited for this refurb. I think mostly because I can't ever get Galactic Hero, so hopefully they will do something where it makes it easier for the people who don't have the talent for that. But it's just it's dated. I agree, it's getting dated, and man, spinning around with that thing with my kids. They like you need one person to control which way
Yeah.
you're hitting things. I don't know. There's got to be a better way.
Yeah. Sure there does. We'll see.
You don't care because you get Galactic
Right.
Hero all the
That's
time.
the difference. So People Mover, I'm gonna refurb. And we're going to fix those scenes. We're going to add more scenes. Like, you're just trolling along in the dark for no reason sometimes. Like, give us
Yeah.
something to look at. So that would be my refurbishment there. And, you know, otherwise we're good. I like the People Mover, but we're going
Yeah.
to keep Buzz Lightyear. We're not even going to do this upcoming refurbishment, except I will accept the different colored laser beam dots. Because when you're on
Oh.
it with a bunch of people that know what to shoot at, it's really hard because you're like, well, there's 6 dots around the one target. Am I the one hitting it? And so sometimes you have to go way off to the side and like shoot your way in to know that you're
Mhm.
zeroed in. So the different colored dots would be good. That's the only thing I'm excited about. Otherwise, I'm basically nervous I'll never get Galactic Hero again.
It sounds like you are refurbing 2 of
No,
these
I was just saying I
rides.
want a different colored dot.
Eh,
That's it. That's all I want. That's not a
mm,
refurb. That's just a
I
dot.
don't know. I think
Okay.
you were cheating
Yeah,
also,
okay.
but go ahead.
Barnstormer, we're going to replace with a different kitty coaster for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
just you can keep a Goofy themed if you want. I don't care. Which, to be honest, it made sense before because everything was Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy back in that area. But now it's sitting
Yeah.
between Dumbo and Storybook Circus Tent with Pete. I don't know. It doesn't have to be Goofy, but just get a new off the shelf coaster that's going to be smooth and not give people whiplash.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say like you could do the new Mickey shorts, but I actually hate how they illustrate
Goofy, yeah, he
Goofy.
looks like a hobo.
Like he's on drugs, so maybe we
He's
don't
a
do that.
recovering heroin addict. I'm pretty confident.
He
That was
just I
like
don't know what
Alden would
how
say.
did that
I don't know.
pass?
Alden would say he's fint folded on the streets of Seattle. So
Yeah, he just sound like right.
yeah. So there you go. That is
Yeah.
Keep, Refurbish, Replace. We're going to do a couple more on the after show to kick that off. Then who knows what else we'll talk about on the after show. But we're going to do some sit down dining from the Magic Kingdom on the after show. So that will be exciting. So thank you everyone for listening. And if you want to book a trip to one of these fictional places that we talked about, bulldozing and building something new, and go check it out for yourself, you can reach out to Touring and Cruises at touringandcruises.com and get a no obligation free quote. You don't pay them. Disney does after you travel. Right, Lauren?
Correct. And I just did want to throw in there Universal opened up 2026 for booking. So if you're interested in going there, there's less restrictions on how often you can visit Epic Universe. So it's a good time to book that trip.
All right.
Yeah.
Epic Universe is open for business. We'll keep our eyes on that, especially probably in the news segment on Patreon. So watch for that. You can follow us on social media at Rope Drop Radio on all of the things. On Instagram, Threads, and Facebook are where we're most active. So for Lauren, I'm Doug. This has been another Rope Drop Radio.